But Mac Anderson said something that impacted my life a number of years ago. He said, people are a lot like sticks of dynamite. The power's on the inside. But nothing happens until the fuse gets lit. You see, that's what we are. We're fuse lighters. But we can't light anybody else's fuse until we learn how to light our own fuse. So what I want to share with you this morning is 3 of the main factors of how to become a hero to those that follow you, to those that look to you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk about how you're designed for a little bit as a human. Because we already have the equipment. We're already heroes in here. We just have to recognize it and learn how to bring it out. Number 2 is how we communicate, because that's one of the ways we're going to bring it out. How many of you talk to yourself? Yeah. How many of you answer yourself? Yeah. Yeah, they used to tell me if you keep doing that, little boys in white coats going to come get you, Well, that's not true. Greatest person you can talk to every day is who? Yourself. Yes. Then I'm going to finish up with the most important factor in our lives, especially if you want to touch other people, is our attitude.
Donnie did a great job, and he was very engaging. He was one that was not just inspiring, but gave something to think about with substance. I encourage you, if you're ever looking for a speaker, to give Donnie a call.
One of the things that we have to do in order to use these tools and to turn on the things in our life, in our mind, is to make a choice. Every day that you and I get up, we have to make a choice to turn them on and to use them. The Institute on Basic Life Principles published a study, and what they said, they were studying the smile. And Fred told, he had a smile this morning. They said when you smile, there's a hormone released that strengthens your immune system. But they also said when you frown, there's one that weakens your immune system. Now, they took it a little step further. They said if I see you smile, that same hormone is released in me, just by viewing your actions, or if I see you frown. So we have the capability of making people healthy and happy, don't we? Do we do it? You ever sit at a red light and watch people go by and realize how much anger and frustration and pain there are in the world? And about every 6th or 7th person is smiling. And you know for sure that dude's doing something illegal or immoral. He wouldn't be smiling like that. It's the little things sometimes that will give us the edge on being successful.
So I just finished a Donnie Ingram workshop and really came away with some practical steps that I can use in order to make my life better and the life of people in the community better. I would wholeheartedly recommend that you check out Donnie as well.
Can a person starting from scratch with no particular attachments to the world achieve the goals that he felt was important and at the same time contribute tremendously to the lives of others? Now, his search for the answer to that one question, along with his insatiable appetite to know how the world works, is what made him one of the foremost experts in achievement and success. And Earl told us years ago what a lot of folks seem to forget today, and that is whatever you plant into your subconscious and you nourish it with repetition and emotion will come to pass for you. That means, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you and I want to accomplish, we have to get a picture of it up here. And we have to continually feed that if we're ever going to enjoy the reality of it. After the 3rd year at the annual sales conference, first night at the awards banquet, they're giving away all the awards, and this cat's winning most of the awards for previous year's production. And that's when my friend Dave decides to tell his story of how this happened. So he comes to the podium and he begins to tell how this happened. Well, I'm sitting about 4 tables back, and I know I probably turned 6 shades of red because I'm the guy he hired. And I thought initially, these guys have manipulated me. They have given me a failing office and expected me to make it work. I mean, I was furious. I even looked over at my friend who had been hired a few months before me, and I said, were you in on this? And he just smiled and looked at me and said, did it work? And that's when I started to realize what they really done was teach me a life lesson. That if I can maintain a positive attitude and a positive perception, that I can be successful in most every area of my life.
This guy, Donnie, his presentation was really amazing. I love the practicality, I love the intentionality, I love the fact that he was able to really kind of share those things that are most needed, especially when it talks about how we as professionals, as advocates, as parents, adults, whatever that role is, working with young people and their families. And so appreciate everything you did, Donnie. We appreciate you coming to Huntsville for our 9th annual Youth Services Council, and we definitely, this is not going to be the last. So if you all are looking for someone that can really share those things that are most needed and can transform lives from the inside out through understanding what we need to do to keep that energy and focus, then you need to connect with Donnie. He's a bad boy.